Knuckles the
My
echidna?
doo-doo flows, streaking blood. Clench yourself.
Blood?
No. Have you
No?
not seen this?
No, I
I need to
haven't.
show it to you. Here I
Okay.
come, rougher than Knuckles. The
Oh,
rest
I've
of
seen
them
that, yeah.
tougher than Knuckles.
You can call me Knuckles.
I like Knuckles.
Unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle. I'd rather flex my knuckles.
I'd rather flex my knuckles. Yeah, the second verse is born
Oh,
on
I
an
haven't.
island
Oh, hey, Ian.
in the Knuckles.
Hey. Hey, Ian.
We're
yeah,
rolling
we're going.
right now, yeah.
Sorry, I was mitigating my urinary tract.
Oh, okay. Yeah, never
Okay.
describe it like that again, please.
Yeah. I mean, you can. You're just not going to go to heaven.
Yeah. I'm not going to stop
A guy
you.
I
but-
knew in
Went to
college.
hell?
Yeah, I think probably. Well,
Went to hell?
no, this is
Okay.
not a
Holy
joke. What I'm about to
shit.
say about this guy. This guy I knew, love the guy, but and we still, I think we're still friends on social media, but I don't think he'll ever listen to this, so I'm okay talking about this. He is a friend from my old friend group in like college who used to talk like that, and I got that from him, where I was like, why would you say that many words just to say I have to go pee? Like, he would just say things like that all the time, and then he got hit by a train and got his leg torn off. I'm not joking.
Fucking shit.
Holy.
He has a robot leg now.
That's
This is like when we were
Wait,
friends.
so he would be like, I had to go manage my.
He literally said one time, and this was in a friend group where, much like the ones I have now, and like Scott out there, I would be told like, Ian, you use too many big words. No, this was a dude who made me go, dude, you don't. I'm not naming him. But I was like, dude, you never have to say that many words to say I have to piss. You know what I mean? But he would say, I'll be right back. I gotta go mitigate my urinary tract. He had like black rimmed glasses in 2012.
That's
You know what I
awesome.
mean? Yeah. He's like,
The only
Yeah.
natural thing for that guy
Yeah.
to
he got
to
really
happen to that guy
he got
is
really
to get
high.
your train railed
He got
off.
really high and
To get your
was
leg railed off by
was
a train.
riding a bike in Flowery Branch, like close to where I live now, and got hit by a train while he was just like stoned out of his
Was
mind.
he
I guess.
high off toad venom? Like what the fuck?
I think he had headphones in too. Like he had like
okay.
so
Yeah,
he
a
got,
classic.
no, it was really
Listening
funny
to
though.
train
He
noises.
was really funny though. He was really funny though. One of the funniest things about that instance, I love that this is how we're starting this podcast.
Sure,
by the way,
yeah.
is that when he was getting airlifted, obviously he was like bleeding out, but like some of our friends were with him, and he literally just said, yeah, like he's like passing out, like losing consciousness as he's about to get put in a helicopter, and he was like, yeah, you're gonna have to crack me open a beer when we get there, something, because I'm in a bit of a pickle. And then he just passed out, like lost consciousness.
'Cause I'm in a bit of a pickle.
Witty, funny dude, kind of southern, but very hipster for like 2011, 2012.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
but yeah, just I mean, like I love the guy. He's awesome, but he was super pretentious. It just always says. So when he got hit by a train, naturally I was worried about him, but I was also like, he had it coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Just one
Holy.
leg or both?
Just one. He has, yeah. He's
Wow.
I've seen him
Honestly,
many times.
pretty
since
good
then.
deal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, he
could've
has a
been
robot
worse.
leg. And when he
Yeah.
told me about it, he was pretty stoked on it. Like, the first thing he did after the surgery, like, when it was just a stump, he posted on Instagram just a picture of one leg, and with the stump, he said, something is missing. Yeah, he has a good sense of
That
humor
guy
about
rocks.
it. Yeah.
Something is
I'll tell you
missing.
more about it later, but he's a cool dude. But I saw him several times since then. He was at, like, some of our friends' weddings, and he had a robot leg. And he was like, yeah, my running days are over, but this thing's pretty cool. It's got 6 computers in it. It does. It's like it's one of those ones that was like it's like a pressure sensitivity thing. So it
Oh,
knows,
yeah,
so it can like it
yeah.
auto like bounces based on like where you're shifting your body weight and stuff like that. So I think he technically can run with it, but it's got 6 processors in the knee.
Mm.
That's cool.
It's pretty
I mean,
dope.
I feel like I could like play a show with a robot leg.
Oh,
at the very
absolutely.
least.
Oh yeah, that's not a question.
Yeah. I'd wear shorts too, so that everyone knows.
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah.
I played a show.
Oh, and also only having to work out one leg in
Yeah.
the gym. Oh,
I don't know. I prefer how we're
That's-
working out too. That sounds
I mean,
like a
I
nightmare.
work out too because I have to work out too.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
Well, I mean, yeah, but
you
like-
can do.
guess- I
you
guess
can do
I
it.
could have
Have you ever
just
tried
one
doing the
muscular
inverted leg
leg.
press with just one leg? What's wrong with you?
I do have one. I do have one thing in my workout plan where I have to do like
Yeah.
unilateral leg
Yeah.
extensions,
Yeah.
and that sucks. I hate that.
Well, I'm not gonna start this. We're gonna sound so douchey if we just make this about
No,
like
I want to
Yeah.
talk about the gym.
we can talk.
more on this
We can
podcast.
talk about.
I want to talk about the gym. I don't want to talk about Fall Out Boy.
I would
Yeah.
rather talk about the gym than this song, and I haven't been to the gym in like 2.5 years.
We should all go to the gym together.
That'd be fun.
Honestly, that would be
Nope.
really fun.
I don't think
Okay, kill yourself.
Okay, never mind.
Welcome
Dawson,
back
I'm
to
gonna go to
the
the gym with you.
podcast.
so. I'm in the middle seat today.
Yeah, Carson's in the middle seat by voluntary.
Yes.
Gracious offering.
By voluntary gracious offering, he's in the middle seat today.
I
Gave me the
don't.
rock
I
answer.
I really don't like. We joke around on this podcast and we make jokes and we like jokes and it's not very often that I get serious, but I do feel a little bit of what Jesus felt right now.
Which thief am I?
The bad one.
Let's go.
That's not fair. I'm like the.
I
I'm
get
like,
to go to heaven.
I'm like the.
In a way, I mean,
yeah, you're right.
You stole the chair from me.
I am the brown guy here.
Yeah, sure.
I'm
more
Native.
like- yeah.
I'm Native American though, as well.
But is
so-
that the same?
It's not like the same, but
Yeah.
I mean, arguably,
Yeah,
like,
but you're
living
more,
in
you're
living
more
in
allowed
America.
to be here than I
You know
am.
how?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're native.
So you got to double
Oh,
go to
being-
hell.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
Fucking
the
sucks.
bad guy here because I'm the son of an immigrant.
You are both
According
bad
to
guys.
American rhetoric.
You
I'm
are
the-
both bad guys.
I'm white and I'm the son of an immigrant. Well, technically,
No, both
yeah.
of you.
Oh well, technically, my
I lost
grandfather
my fucking
too.
train of thought.
My grandfather my great grandfather on my dad's side. You guys were asking in the last episode or one of the last episodes about like, do any Irish people listen to this? I am one
Oh,
of those
yeah.
people.
Mm.
Yeah.
Do you have an extensive knowledge of
Yes.
the Irish
Ireland?
people?
Mhm, more than I care to.
Mm.
And the IRA, the Fenians, as it were.
Yeah, the Fenians.
Yeah.
Yes, of
Yeah,
course.
dude,
Of course, the
course.
Fenians.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the Easter Rising later.
Yeah. Have y'all
uh,
ever seen The Wind That Shakes the Barley?
You know how? No.
Okay, never mind.
You know how the Mormons like have their whole
Shucks.
like after Jesus, like
Yeah.
the 3 days that Jesus died, he was
Right,
like in
He was
Mexico.
like fighting.
He-
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in Mexico.
Yeah.
I want to start like a new religion
Yeah.
where I convince everybody that Jesus was crucified in Ohio.
That's the only
I feel like I
difference.
could do it. Well, I mean, not the only. I'd have to do some,
You have to
other
you have
things.
to you have to
Yeah.
like defend your thesis though. Like why Ohio? I know it sucks, but like that
It
can't be
does
the
suck.
only reason.
Well, I'm not
There's
there
like
yet.
worse
I just,
states too.
well, I mean,
It's a work in progress.
yeah,
Yeah.
Princeton, New Jersey. He was
I would
crucified
hate to
in
die
Princeton,
there.
New Jersey.
Cedar Rapids,
he
Iowa.
was born in Secaucus and crucified in Princeton.
He was born in Hoboken and shot in Weehawken, like Alexander Hamilton.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I don't
Hoboken.
think he was actually born. He was born in the.
I
in
thought
the
he was
in the
Puerto
Caribbean.
Rican.
Puerto Rican
Alejandro.
Jesus.
Hamilton.
from Washington Heights.
You immediately made him sound like a cholo. I went from like Latin America, and you went just full Lakers jersey.
Full Lakers jersey, the Tasmanian Devil with a chain.
That's what everyone thought I was
If you
in
see
middle
the
school,
cops,
man.
warn a brother.
Yeah. Like gangster SpongeBob. So speaking of the Lakers, this EP.
Shut the fuck up.
Wow.
We haven't even told anyone our pronouns yet. They're all he,
Yeah.
him, by the way.
How do you know, dude?
Are you going to tell me differently right now?
Ian changed on the way.
Are you gonna-
Every time Ian shifted gears
Are
in
you
his
going to
car, he
steal?
changed
Are you going to
his
steal
pronouns.
Trans Valor right now on this podcast?
I had a stupid Valor joke, and I'm not going to tell it anymore.
Did either of you see
Awesome.
The Substance yet?
No, I was going to go see
Oh
it.
man. Well,
And then I
the character's name.
Called the He Him Brothers.
No, I've been doing this all week, and my girlfriend didn't find it very funny, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it here. The main character's name is Elizabeth Sparkle, and I keep doing this thing where I do RXK Nephew's voice. I just go, I always liked Elizabeth Sparkle.
Dude, I was creeping his Instagram this
Long
morning.
line at the check cashing place.
You know how we all missed that JPEG Mafia show at the Eastern where he was the support?
Unfortunately,
It would like
yes,
just
yeah.
happened. Like I was creeping his Instagram this morning because I woke up really early and I was like, just thinking, I was like, I should have gone to that thing. Like I felt like Stewie in that episode of Family Guy, and so I go back through his Instagram
Yeah.
feed to find sure enough there was footage of him at the Eastern, and it's like from the stage, and his caption says, "Just doing what I do in ATL." But I read it in like
Man.
his voice in my head.
Just doing what I do. And
Dude,
I
there's
always
literally-
liked Elizabeth Sparkle.
There's literally an entire crowd chant he got on video, or someone got on video from the balcony of the Easter where I mean the whole crowd is going, nephew, nephew. And I was like, I wish I was at that fucking show so bad.
Man,
Not even for Peggy, just for that set.
just for the nephew chant.
I'd lose my mind if I mean, just to see that man in person.
I know. It's really a shame that none of the three of us were at that show somehow.
What day was that?
It was like early September.
Early
D-Day.
September of this year?
Yeah, it was like maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
It was the JPEG Mafia, like the tour that he just
JPEG
did for the-
Mafia, Jane Remover, and
Oh
Yep,
yeah.
and Arts
I don't know.
Gate.
I don't know what I
Arts
was
Gate.
doing. I don't know why I couldn't make it to
fucking
that.
lineup. That's so crazy.
That's a crazy.
you're doing
lineup.
Galaxy Gas.
That's true.
I was actually busy doing something. I don't remember what it was. But
Galaxy gas.
I
That's
like
why you
thinking
don't
about the
remember.
Smitty Werfin Jagerman chant.
Was there a train involved? Were you riding a bike with headphones?
Yeah, that's
in?
why I got this robot leg. That's why it's off the camera.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You
was
got-
That's what changed, by the way.
You
That's
got
why I
them
was gonna-
dogs out, brother.
Yeah, for free,
your
dude.
whole legs are out. Right?
Yeah, but
I know,
the toes
but
aren't.
it's
Yeah.
fine. Like
The toes are still hidden. Like
the
that's
Yeah.
what
toes are
matters.
still hidden.
I keep forgetting that, like, especially with like younger Gen Z, that like if you have your feet out, they're like, why do you have your feet out?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, like, and like it was a thing. Like it was because I was like, I like for context for listener, I play like I play like on a worship team at a church, and like literally there was a while where like I played like on Sunday mornings like barefoot just because
Mhm.
it
Yeah.
was like I liked being barefoot on stage better.
That
And,
is
like,
crazy.
They didn't
by the
care.
way.
Like the church didn't care that I did.
I
that.
would never.
But
be
like,
barefoot on stage.
apparently, like one of the kids asked, they were like, how is he like so comfortable with like having his feet out for free? Like, like asked one of the one of our friends is the youth leader there. Like he was just making a joke, like he was memeing.
Yeah.
But I was
I
like,
did-
oh yeah, that's like a thing that generation like considers a ton.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy to me.
I mean, I did an
Take my
entire
feet out.
tour. I did an entire tour with a guy who had them dogs out.
Yeah,
That's crazy. Which guy?
Garrett from Silent Planet does it too.
Garrett from Silent Planet does it, but also the bassist of Tesseract does it. Amos.
Oh.
Amos from Tesseract does it.
Being a
Amos.
bassist with the dogs out.
That's
is
what I
know.
was
like,
doing.
2 sins.
That's crazy.
2 full-on sins.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. I don't like this song.
Me neither.
I
and
do.
This song that we're talking about today is called "Shitty in a." I mean,
You're actually Judas. You're not even a thief. You're just Judas.
I wouldn't betray you.
Good point.
I'm telling you to your face that I like
and,
this.
and technically,
I'm not two-faced.
technically, like for the crucifixion to happen, he had to betray him. And,
Exactly,
yeah,
dude.
the world wouldn't be.
It's like
you know.
Judas is basically like first century church Qui-Gon. If
no,
you think about it. Yeah.
no, no, that's not true. Qui-Gon didn't like betray anybody. He just like got stabbed.
But he accepted his place in the galaxy, in the greater picture. He knew what was going to happen. He saw the future in that moment. That's what when he's meditating, he is seeing
Are you telling
Yeah,
me
but,
there's some
like-
kind of subtext in Star Wars?
in Okay, never mind. Let's Lake Effect Kid the EP.
No,
You guys have
no,
already
you-
covered the other 2 songs, right? You did
Mhm.
both
We
of
have.
them. I was trying to listen
Hold
to
on,
Okay.
we haven't done the snippet yet.
Oh yeah.
And here's a snippet of it. And
It's over. Yeah.
Wow, nice timing. There we go. Yeah, we're doing City in a Garden, and more like Shitty in a Garden. This thing fucking sucks ass. You ever watched the Angry
I'm feeling
Video
a little
Game
silly
Nerd?
in the garden, and Ian's betraying me in
I'm
the
just
garden.
So true. That's
Wow.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow. I really pulled it together on that one. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, my name is Judas.
That
My name is
I'm not gonna stop thinking about how little that comparison makes any goddamn sense.
I'm betraying the Son of God.
That's what they should have played at the Hella Mega Tour.
Qui-Gon enabled the Son of God in this scenario. If you're gonna say that,
Are you saying
fucking-
are you saying Judas also didn't enable the Son of God?
I'm saying that Judas sold Jesus
We're
out
not
and
doing
then
this.
immediately
This isn't a
immediately
thing I'm
felt
going to do in our show.
immense regret about it, and then fucking killed himself about it,
He
and then
disemboweled himself.
yeah,
crazy,
still
yeah.
killed himself.
Yeah.
My point still stands.
Just like Qui-Gon, except he didn't disembowel himself. It was
Or
a lightsaber. It was
betray
like-
the
another
Son of
guy
God.
do it.
Yeah, exactly.
He was
Well-
just like, this little boy has a lot of force power. I'm gonna
Qui-Gon's
take you away
Catholic,
from
so he
your
has,
mom.
he has to do like
That's why his
suicide by
hair's like
cop.
that.
Yeah.
Holy.
Suicide by
Have I
Cop would be a crazy band name.
I was about to say, have I ever expressed on this podcast how badly I want to name my next band Suicide by Cop? Like, I've thought about it every day.
Suicide by Cop.
I was raised partially Catholic, so we could just start that band when you guys are done, when the band is over. When both our bands are over.
Which band of mine?
True.
Because Tom won't let me name our band Suicide by Cop.
What happened to the one with you and Kyle?
Oh, I mean, that's been dead for years. And Kyle definitely doesn't want to be in a band called Suicide by Cop. I want to be in a band called Suicide by Cop, but it like sounds like Bruce Springsteen. And I want to like just like play a really nice, sweet song, and then afterwards go, "Thank you, we are Suicide by Cop."
It's really, you want to play like, you literally want to play like blue collar, like Heartland rock, while also being called Suicide.
Like I want it to sound like Kevin Devine meets fucking just the old school,
just
fucking
denim. Just
yeah,
straight
I want it
denim,
to
yeah.
sound and smell like denim.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
That's
no
awesome.
saxophones either. That shit's gay.
I'm wearing denim right now. God damn.
Anyway, this song.
We need context for this EP in this song. I know that you guys have given the
Yeah.
context partially before.
Yeah,
This
but,
is-
like,
you need.
this
context.
is a-
you want.
no,
to
I
get context. Yeah.
I want the listener to have more context before I get into my thing about
Oh,
it.
If
it's all
anyone-
about the listener. All of a
Yeah.
sudden.
It's all about the listener.
It's
Just
all
like
about
it's
the
all
listener.
about.
Well, we're inevitably
Judas.
I'm
going.
here.
We're inevitably going to talk about all three of our bands and a certain announcement at some point. So before we get into all that, I want to shape.
Yeah, this
I
episode will
wanna
be
talk
out
about,
by the time that's announced.
Yeah.
exactly. So I want to talk about Fall Out Boy as much as possible, so we can get to that.
And also
Awesome.
get to the hot nuts.
To the hot nuts.
The hot nuts.
There is a snack
yeah.
today.
We
Yeah.
have a snack.
Courtesy
we did
of
not,
me.
Listen, we didn't have one last week because both Carson and I forgot to go get one. Also, we're so broke right now.
Yeah,
$5 a month on the Patreon.
$5 a month.
You can
And
reverse that condition.
for some reason, Patreon is taking so long to pay us.
Yeah, they're taking fucking forever.
I would like that to be fixed, please.
Which is
So
really funny
true.
because they're really good at taking my money for the podcast.
Yeah, they're
Although
really.
I think they canceled
Yeah.
my subscription because they like
Damn.
tried.
Patreon did.
Yeah, I
They
think
didn't like your vibe.
No, well, I think what
They didn't
happened
like
was
your
They're like,
shit.
you're
I'm not
fucked
joking.
up, buddy.
This happened to me while I was on tour too. Like I was like, this was like 2 weeks into tour. I got paid from some of the work I was doing, and I'm with Georgia's Own Credit Union now. Julian has had these same problems with them,
Oh,
and
fancy.
like no, well,
Wow,
we left Bank of America because just all the reasons. But anyway,
Not gonna go on Wells
Um,
Fargo, buddy.
no, I had Wells Fargo when I was a teenager, and I lost a lot of money because of it. That's a whole other story. But so for whatever
It was
reason
Hells
they
Fargo.
while I was on tour, they flagged my car insurance, my phone bill, and all these other normal recurring payments I've had as fraudulent, suspicious things because I was. But has this happened to y'all where where I was paying for things in different states? So
Yes,
it made all my
yeah.
transactions look fraudulent. And so, like,
Oh.
we got behind on like a phone bill and everything that I didn't know about because I didn't see the notification from Verizon at all. And then so one of them was like, did you initiate this transaction? Like, this looks suspicious. It like, and sellers like this are known to be suspicious. And it was just the Patreon, like $9.99.
What the
I was
hell?
like, I know what that is.
My bank thinks I'm a military contractor.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What did you tell them?
I was like, I'm gonna be the first time we did like a longer tour.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was the For Your Health one.
Yeah.
I like called them and I was like, I'm going to be in a lot of different states in
Yeah.
a very short amount of time.
I
And
had
they
to
were
say
like-
that. Yeah, I feel that.
and they were like, oh, okay, cool, sounds good.
Mhm.
And then the next time I called them, they were
Mhm.
like, you're contracting work, military? And I was like, yes.
I tried to skirt the band dude conversation
Yeah.
until the very end. Like it was this. I distinctly remember it was this woman named Samantha, and she finally was like, so like why? She kept like digging in as though she was like trying to get me to admit like that I was like a criminal. And she was like, so like what do you do? Like why are you traveling from states? Because I had like she was like, do you know what states you'll be in? And I was like, I mean, in the next few days, I was like. West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, Michigan, like, you know,
Mhm.
Illinois, just
Yeah.
all. And then she was like, that's really cool. And then I was like, you know, I'm a contractor. And she was like, what kind of contract work? I was like, it's like creative services.
Prostitution.
I like tried to
you
get
know.
her. I tried to get her out saying I'm playing in a band, like as much as I
I-
possibly could.
As I get older, I try and get around that
Yeah.
conversation with like everything. Like the only time it really comes up is like
Mm.
when I'm applying for a job and I have to be like, hey, I go out of town a lot and
Yeah.
this is why.
Right.
and they're either like cool and supportive of that,
Yeah.
and they're like, it's like a manager that wants to live vicariously through you, which I've
Yeah.
had multiple times at this point.
Mhm.
And I currently have it right now.
That's awesome.
What's up, Ricardo? He listens, so
Yeah.
Hi, Ricardo.
Is he
Hi,
one of the ones
Ricardo.
you told me about when you texted me that thing?
No, I don't think I've ever. Ricardo's cool. It's
Yeah.
it's a different guy.
Okay.
Who but at this point, like, I try and avoid that conversation as much as possible.
Mhm.
But I've been running into it where I keep getting cornered, and I have no choice.
Mhm.
And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
I don't want to tell you.
I start
what I
telling
do.
people that it's just like that, like what the funniest thing about it is when you say it this way, people start to think you're a mercenary. I just
Yeah.
like to say I'm a hired gun because in the case of, especially in June,
and you tell your
with-
bank that.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
In the case of June, that
There's
was
going to be a lot of people named Ernesto zelling me.
And you're gonna not worry about it.
You're not going to care.
yeah.
You're not going to
Which
care.
was it was funnier too because like for that specific tour, all the payouts were coming not from the Aggies like LLC, but it was coming from Mary. So like my payout, and she's very Italian. Like her family's from Chicago and like Michigan and
Chicago.
and her
Neither of
last
those
name,
people are in Italy.
Mary from Aggie's last name is Quasarano. So when I told my bank that exactly. When I told them that I was like, yeah, I'm like a hired gun, like it's like creative services, like being very vague about it, and then all my payouts that I'm getting paid on this tour from Mary Quasarano, it definitely looks like I'm in the mafia.
Hey, the Quasarano family sends their regards.
Yeah, like they just like I just see this like weekly like deposit of money.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, he's one of them.
Yeah. Anyway,
He's one of
Chicago, you mentioned it,
I
so
did.
let's get that
Italian,
out of the
I'm that.
way.
I didn't ask, but thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Oh, cool. White.
Yeah.
Italian. Fucking okay. Hey, cook me a pizza, buddy.
Awesome. Got any pasta for me? Didn't think so.
More different carbs.
How many different kinds of pasta can you name? If it's more than 3, I'm killing you with a hammer.
Nothing.
Fettuccine.
I don't know what to say to that.
Nothing.
Fettuccine, angel hair, tortellini, ravioli.
We get Scott-
You're
lasagna.
dying tonight, buddy.
Finally.
Um,
It's better than a suicide by cop.
miscellaneous. My favorite type of pasta,
Etc.
etc.
My favorite.
Miscellaneous, etc. Detritus.
Detritus. There was a whole segment on the Always Sunny podcast where they got into why that's such a good word.
Detritus is a
Detritus
great
It's a
word.
great
rules,
word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Etc. That does
It's
sound
in
like a
a,
pasta.
Yeah, etc.
Yeah, et cetera.
I'm eating some etc.
Yeah, you
over
just
at
gotta put-
Fazul's tonight.
Yeah.
Detritus is in a
some
Caro
etc.
Caro
Parmigiana.
Bonito
You know what I
song.
mean?
All right,
Sorry, what'd you say, Dawson?
everyone, shut up. We gotta do
Detritus
this
is in
song.
a Caro Caro Bonito song.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Swimming.
Mhm.
Great song. Shout out. Drop new music, fucker.
You can just listen to Magdalena Bay.
I didn't.
Or like
I
Caro
thought the new
Caro
album was like okay.
Lie it.
I loved the first one, but I wasn't as hot on the.
I'm
new
the
one.
reverse.
Yeah,
I thought the first one was fine. I think the new one's really good.
I think the sound design on the new one's really good, but like
Yes.
there's a point like towards the back half of the record when I get really sick of all the songs fading into one another, and I'm like, all right, get me off the ride.
Sounds like the opinion of a loser. So
What if I shot myself in front of
A
you?
lot of suicide talk tonight.
I don't think it's any
What
more
about
than normal.
suicide
Yeah, I
by
feel
Judas, suicide by God and cops.
I
and-
mean, once again, we are both so broke. So
Yeah.
like, the thought has been prevalent.
Good thing
Anyway,
we all
car
chose
battery
music as a
died
thing to
today.
do with our
yeah,
lives.
good thing music makes a lot of money.
And then
So
also
true.
this.
Good thing I'm in a band and have a podcast, so when my car battery dies, I'm set.
Dawson just had to change his car battery in the rain.
Yeah,
did. It sucked
before
ass.
a fucking hurricane hits us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, this specific area right here isn't going to get hit that badly, so that's cool.
That's pretty cool. Oh yeah, we're in the
Yeah.
middle of a hurricane right now.
Yeah.
Florida's
Yeah.
getting ravaged right now.
Florida-
Not
yeah.
the good way.
Not in the good
Yeah,
way.
Florida's getting their back blown out for sure.
Not in the romance novel
Not in
way.
the cool way, neither. Yeah. Like back
Florida's-
blown out by a chiropractor.
Florida's cervix is getting hit, and they think that's kind of
Stop.
uncomfortable.
The panhandle's the Florida cervix.
Knock it off with all the
Florida
pussy
cervix.
talk.
What are you
We didn't
talking
say-
about?
We were talking about the cervix.
That's the
different.
first time I brought up pussy this whole episode.
Come on.
Anyway, City in a Garden.
Oh, fucking! This song sucks ass. It's so crazy because I forgot just entirely what this song sounds like until I played it tonight, and then like the first 3 words hit, and I was like, oh, it's awful, and I remember exactly how it goes now.
The instrumental sounds like if like a Civil War soldier was trying to explain to everybody like what the war was like.
This would
And
be.
this is like the song that plays.
I have you one better. If this would be like if a
Oh.
Civil War soldier collaborated with like a fucking EDM producer,
And then tried to write.
That
And,
was one better. Yeah, you're right.
Then tried to write "Take Me Home, West Virginia"
Yeah.
like over it and wrote different
Take
lyrics
me
and
on
made it about
country
Chicago.
roads and fucking.
Yeah.
The
This-
beginning of it, I swore the first time I heard this, I thought he was gonna do like West Chicago. After that, since the whole
Take me home.
he says "Take me home" twice, and then in the street lights light up, and then I was disappointed.
I do want to like.
I love you, Chicago. So I like that hook
Whoa.
personally.
Me when I love you, Chicago.
Me when I'm in Chicago.
I
Me when I was in
question-
Chicago in June.
I question if this is a real song or not.
yeah,
Like
it feels a bit AI
like
generated.
No, that's not even what I'm saying. It feels like a first draft, and they were like, "Should we write a B part to this?" Nah.
Is that your Siri voice? That's pretty awesome.
Sorry, I don't understand.
What did you just fucking say? Um.
Damn.
Listeners at home,
Why is your back?
That's
So
what I
your
was about to
backdrop has changed from last week. It was Tom Lovejoy. And
Yeah.
now this week it's
Ewan McGregor
Obi-Wan
and Ray
McGregor.
Park as
Yeah,
Obi-Wan
Obi-Wan.
Kenobi and Darth Maul for episode 1.
Yeah.
They're standing so close together.
Yeah, they're really
best
close.
friends.
They're so close
They're
together.
brothers who love each other.
Their chests are like almost touching.
Yeah. Yeah.
They-
Anyway.
Yeah. So I don't hate this song like y'all do. I don't hate this EP actually.
I don't even
But-
really think I hate this song. It just is such a nothing.
That's what I was gonna say.
I do.
It's vapid.
I hate
It is vapid and bland. And honestly, I respect your opinions about this kind of stuff, Dawson, because typically when stuff is vapid and bland, you take the more extreme thing and you hate it. Usually,
Yup.
I can stomach that stuff better.
Hey Dawson, you know these two qualities that make something bad.
Well,
You
it's like-
usually hate those things.
Yeah. It's like what bums me out about this song is that, so like for context, when did this was it 2018 or 19? When did this EP come out?
2018,
It was 18,
yeah.
right? This was
I saw them the weekend after this came out. I think I've
Yeah.
said this on the
this
podcast
was
before.
that weird pocket of time post American Beauty, American Psycho, where like they had toured a lot and they were Centuries band, and
No.
this was the EP where I think a lot of other people thought as soon as they heard Lake Effect Kid first, like the title track,
Yeah.
they were like, "Oh, we're back! Like it's Fall
Yeah.
Out Boy again."
And they had to
Everyone
make
was-
that track one to make sure.
right. Everyone was,
And then
so
everyone went to
stoked.
this song and they're like,
It's kind of like what Goldman says about how like U2 made a good record, or everyone thought U2 made a good record when really they just wrote "Beautiful Day." You know what I mean? Like it was like U2, like
Sure.
because like I could agree with that like that record, it's Everything You Can't Leave Behind. It's an
All That You
okay
Can't
record,
Leave
but that song is incredible. But that's what I think is
I
like.
know
I think,
nothing about this.
Oh, you
It's
don't?
it's an okay album.
but that's the point though. It's like Beautiful Day rules. It's a great
Yeah.
song. You know what I mean?
Beautiful Day does
But that
rule.
was like the point I'm trying to make is the simile is that like it's the thing where everyone, I think the whole hype piece was Lake Effect Kid, and then this song was just kind of, this song to me, I was telling Carson in the car, it feels kind of like The Kids Aren't All Right Part 2, but like slightly better and a love letter to Chicago instead.
Okay.
Like the instrumental's fine. I like this song for what it is in the context of the EP. I think Super Fade, which y'all covered, and I know y'all don't like it. I think I enjoy that song a lot, and I think that's at least
This is
the
what
most-
he told me in the car. He said it was
I
his
think
favorite.
I think
on
I
the
think
EP.
I think it's for what this EP is of these 3 songs, and this is not giving it much
Superfade
credit.
This is your
Yeah.
favorite or Superfade?
No, this is not my favorite. I'm
Which
saying
one is
no.
your favorite?
Super Fade is probably my favorite of the three.
What the fuck is your problem?
I don't
Lake
know
Effect Kid
what
is the
this
best
is.
song. Lake Effect Kid is the best song by far. Super
Okay,
Fade,
we're
I
not,
enjoy.
No. We're not gonna do
yeah.
the best is
No,
different
but like,
from my favorite.
but I'm trying.
Like,
I'm saying this to contextualize.
the best by whose metric? It's like
I think
yours
the best.
is
I
the
enjoy.
one that you're
I
saying.
enjoy listen. I'm saying the best song in terms of songwriting qualities is Lake Effect Kid. I think that song is a good song.
Yeah.
I don't think Super Fade or this one lyrically is a great song lyrically. I don't think the songwriting is that great, but I enjoy what it's trying to do. I like the production choices on Super Fade. I think they're cool. And you can at least say that even if you don't like it, that song is easily, of the three, it's the most ambitious song of these three. Because the first one is just Return to Form, Fall Out Boy. This one is a bunch of, it's fine, it's nothing, right? Like this song is basically just, it might as well be a B-side to American Beauty, American Psycho. You know what I mean? For like what the instrumentals are.
We don't know that it isn't.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it feels like it. So to me, and also the lyrics are just like, you make me feel so summer fling. Like it's like I don't know what to say about this song. I mean, the whole EP is a love letter to Chicago. Lake Effect Kid does that best.
Yeah.
But Super Fade is
Obviously,
a cool. I enjoy the listening experience of Super Fade better than this one, because this one is just kind of a lot of nothing. The percussion's cool, but it feels like a commercial.
Yeah, I mean, percussion's cool in the sense that, like, when this comes on at Target, you get a split second of, like say that this song doesn't start with the chorus. Like, say it was, like, production first. You hear it at Target, and you're like, oh, maybe this will be a good song. And then it's not.
Or at the very least, you get, like, the slight dopamine of, oh, I know this band. That's Patrick Stump.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, that's about it.
And then you're like, oh, this is a bad song.
I've done this with the other two songs that we did on the EP.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think if I would like this song more if I was from the Chicago area.
Probably. Change it to Atlanta.
No, I can't.
No.
But also, it's impossible for me to be from Chicago.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
That's true. You're pretty white.
He could still be from Chicago.
you just fucking say it.
I was making some version of the same joke.
What?
Just call me the white Justin Timberlake.
What gasoline would you pair with this song?
It's a hot ethanol for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Hot ethanol.
A hot ethanol.
Down
It's
the
like
gullet.
I would drink ethanol
Okay.
with this. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Is the point. I'm not gonna make a hard defense of this song like I did of some of the other songs I've been on here for. But,
I can't defend this in any way, but I will say that it's not the worst song we've ever done. And also, I don't know, it's in this weird spot where I would never, ever want to hear this live. There's not a scenario in which they start playing this song and I get excited.
Yeah, it's almost exclusively meant for them playing it like, what's it called? I don't know.
Wrigley Field.
At Wrigley Field, yeah. This is like which I mean,
Good.
the other
it can stay there.
The other
Keep
two
it there.
songs do that way better,
Yeah.
in my opinion. Super Fade even does that better. And
Can
that's not
I-
even that well written of a song.
I mean, listen,
Super Fade's like an ADHD fun time in Ableton to me.
I'm gonna push back on that because this came out after Mania, and
Was it?
yeah,
Yes.
Was it really?
Yes.
Mania's
Yeah, no, you're
20.
right. That's right. Because this was this was the last thing before So Much for Stardust.
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
it was still a couple years before that happened.
Yeah.
But Super Fade, of these three songs, is the one that sounds the most like a Mania B-side.
I agree.
And I could very easily see it being that.
Yeah.
And the trouble with that kind of assessment is, like, I think we've said on this podcast before that Mania is like kind of an adventurous record.
Mm-hmm.
For
better or for worse.
but that doesn't really mean that all of the songs on there are adventurous. Like,
That's true.
I'm going to go ahead and say this. Mania is better than Super Fade.
yeah,
As a whole, yeah. I agree.
I would like
I would take most of those songs over Super
The
Fade.
Over
Mania
Super
Truthers
Fade.
are losing their minds.
The
right
Mania
now.
Truthers are like,
I
we
know.
got one!
They're like, they said it! They said it! Yes!
yeah. They loved when we liked Wilson.
Although I think
Oh,
all
yeah.
those same
Yeah.
people love this song.
Which
There's
is
like
fine.
no way. I think
mean,
most of them will.
I
Because
could
I
see
enjoy
it.
this song.
I
and
could see it if
this
one of those
fucking
Mania
History Channel
Truthers-
type beat.
Yeah. Or we're talking about Super Fade still. My bad.
Yeah.
Not City.
But what I was going to
that's
say.
That's how not memorable City in a Garden is. We're not even talking about it anymore.
That's what I'm saying. But what I was gonna say was
It's a Revolutionary Wartime beat.
Super Fade is like fucking. That song doesn't feel adventurous to me because it's like the drop in it is so ass.
Yeah, the drop's pretty awful.
The drop
Wet
is
fart.
so ass, and like
Yeah.
the vocal chopping is like. It really feels like first draft vocal chops.
Sure.
Like,
But I'm saying, and
Baby's
when I
first
called it
vocal
ambitious,
chop.
I was only saying it in relation to the other two songs. I'm saying of this thing, Lake Effect Kid is like classic Fall Out Boy. Then Garden in a City is what I almost said. City in a Garden is kind of just
Garden Salad.
Garden Salad is basically just middle of the road, like return, like second wave career Fall Out Boy, and then Super Fade's like Mania. You know what I mean? Like it's like that's essentially what the three are. It's like a spectrum of the different shades of what they are.
This
Yeah,
is
well,
throwing tea off a boat type beat.
And so I'm not trying to declare it is adventurous purely by virtue of it does these little things here and there, like these production choices. I'm saying is the most ambitious one of these three, which is not saying a ton.
Those
Like,
vocal
deviating
chops
from
make
it.
me feel like I got hemorrhoids though, man. Like
Yeah.
that
I don't
shit
hate them.
blows.
I enjoy them. It's fine.
They didn't even like throw reverb on them.
I will say I don't come back to this EP that often. I'm just saying I don't think it's that bad.
I come back to Lake Effect Kid as a song.
Sure.
yeah.
Like
yeah. It's
I'd
on a
say-
playlist of mine. I like that.
yeah,
That's-
no,
yeah.
it's a good song.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's a very good song.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a bummer that like if they had just released Lake Effect Kid,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like legendary. Like holy shit, I can't wait for whatever Fall Out Boy does next.
Mm-hmm.
But because these two songs were tacked onto
Mm-hmm.
the EP,
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm less excited.
I will say that because it reminds me of The Kids Aren't All Right, correct me if I'm wrong about the remix. I would love to hear a remix of City in a Garden, a la that weird Iggy Azalea one that we had to listen to. Where it was-
Azalea Banks.
Oh, Azalea
but,
Banks. Why did I say
yeah,
Iggy Azalea? Sorry. Where it was like
'cause you're racist.
where it was where it was I can't be racist. I'm a POC. Thank you. But anyway, I would love to imagine this same thing, but like with a trap, like 808s and like trap hats,
And
and
Azalea,
then an Azalea Banks like
she falls out
verse-
the coop again.
Yeah, exactly. And then
Here I
it just
am,
goes into
hanging out the
I
coop."
love you, Chicago, but with the knocking 808s.
Oh my
See,
god.
I feel like we could put a better rapper over it, or a different rapper, a more fitting rapper.
Y'all want to try to make this? We could make this, the three of us, with this song.
I
You don't want
wanna
to?
do
No,
that.
I don't want to do that.
I
Not
kinda
even a
want
little
to.
bit.
I
I'm
don't
okay.
wanna Do that.
I'm okay. I think I'm trying to think of a good rapper. Andy
You wanna-
Mineo, Christian rapper Andy Mineo.
I just love trying to think of it. You just go straight to Andy Minnie.
Toby Mac.
Toby Mac. Lecrae.
Could
Propaganda.
Put Toby Mac over.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me get a propaganda at them titties, baby.
Was
Ooh.
Lecrae in the news recently?
Yeah, Kendrick shouted him out on the
Yeah, they're friends.
Watch the Party Die.
Lecrae's trying to be further away from the Christian rap world as time goes on, which I don't blame him. I think he realized that's a very, very weird ceiling that he found himself in.
I think
He's
he
like the
realized that
biggest name in
most of it is ass.
that. Yeah, and he's to give him credit, he's a much better artist than what that world
Oh, yeah.
allows him. He's actually
My
a
life
really
be
good
like,
artist.
ooh.
That's
My
great.
life be like,
I
know.
ooh,
Now you're racist. And you're
ooh.
white.
No!
What?
I have a funny story about that song.
I thought you said a funny story
My
about being
life be
white and
like-
racist.
I mean, I'll tell the story right now.
Okay.
A friend of mine that shall remain nameless worked on that song and has never
Is it someone we
received-
know?
No.
Oh.
He's never received payment for it.
For my life be like, ooh, ah, ooh, ah.
Never.
From the
What?
2000s. Did he work at that rap studio you worked at?
Yeah.
That's really funny.
But I can't say who it was.
No, yeah.
Who made that song? My life be like,
was
ooh,
Grits.
ah.
Grits.
Grits?
Yeah.
That's
They
a
play. You know, it's an
terrible rap
amazing.
name.
It's two guys, I think.
Yeah, it's two dudes.
Funny
Answer's
story.
still
They
the same.
played a show when Ryan was in middle school at his Christian private school in Fayetteville, Georgia.
I knew they did things like that.
Like Ryan
I've-
saw them when he was like 13.
I've met them not met them.
Mhm.
I guess I've met them once,
Mhm. They hang around Atlanta.
and I've hung out with them.
Yeah.
Like thrice,
That's really funny.
and Yeah, I mean, I have
All
nothing
I'm-
to say about grits. I have nothing.
They are
What
a
else
band.
is there to
constructive.
say other than my life be like, ooh?
I mean, I think that's all we can say about City in a Garden.
Ooh.
Y'all want to go through the lyrics?
Sure.
No.
Let's see. I mean, when he said you charged me up, charged me up, I felt that.
I felt that.
I don't.
You
What?
charged me up.
Bro.
Charged me up. Please be
Char
careful
Quaza.
leaning back because there's like records behind there that
Yeah.
you could like snap in half.
Yeah, you're gonna hurt car seat headrest. Heathens of the Night.
You're gonna hurt
I'm-
to get to heaven, which I would kill you if you did hurt.
I promise you, I'm not.
It's
All
'cause
I'm
he's in
saying-
that chair.
If you break that record, you
Mhm.
owe me $200. So
Am I anywhere near it?
Yes.
I like this. This is great radio, you guys.
Where?
I don't want a fucking metal folding chair careening into my prized record collection.
This is awesome.
How would I even?
These are cool.
How would I even?
This is a
do
cool
that?
backdrop, just in general. And
Thanks.
yeah, I like this.
Do you see what this chair is doing to us?
You are the one who gave it.
No.
You
Don't
really
raise your
should have
voice.
picked a
Don't
different
raise your
chair,
voice.
Carson.
Do you see what this chair is doing to us?
You could have
He's
sat in that
talking.
chair. You could have sat in
I
that
know.
chair.
He said no.
And I'm gonna talk.
No,
like
you
this
could have
and
sat
this.
in that chair.
He said he
Until I
wanted to sit
noticed.
there.
No, you offered Ian
Yeah,
to sit in
he
that
offered
chair.
it, and I would like to set the
Right,
record.
Unprompted. You
Yeah,
offered
you're right.
Ian
Now
that
he
chair.
is the,
How
now
would I
he is like
careen-
the thief,
Shut
and
up!
I am like the Christ figure
Shut
now.
the fuck up!
I'm
Listen.
now the one being crucified.
Listen, I can tell you exactly how that would happen. You would lean back,
This
and
is
then
so-
because you're not perfectly
Right,
centered with
yeah.
that little thing there, you would
Oh.
slide and hit either one of those
you might call it
okay,
a head
alright.
with
first
the
slide
corner
But-
of the chair.
But like, look how little I'm leaning.
into
back.
Dawson's record
Like,
collection.
That
on a
doesn't
bad bet.
matter to
If
me.
I let the chair go,
They're
okay.
still doing
all right,
this. This is
all right,
crazy.
I'll let it go.
I'm enjoying this.
That doesn't listen.
Now back to
Just because you're sitting on wood doesn't mean you're Christ.
no, I was saying I was the one being crucified.
Fuck off.
Fuck you. Can we kill this guy?
He's ruining our relationship, and I'm just
It
living.
I want notice it went from the chair to me ruining your relationship in
Yeah.
like less than a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, who's the real antagonist here?
Yeah. Fuck you, buddy. You
Oh,
are.
I would never careen into your record collection.
I know you wouldn't intentionally, but I'm just saying accidents happen.
No, you're right.
Say a lightning strikes outside that window, and you
Which
get
is
all
very
startled.
possible.
me.
I'm going to
You get
timestamp
so
this even more. We're in the
startled
middle
and
of
you
a
go,
hurricane, which
Lean
I think
back.
we already talked about.
We already talked about that. Yeah.
The hurricane, more like the hurlame.
I don't hate the lyric. I was something they forgot to label fragile. Now I'm stuck.
That's the best line in the whole song, and it's not even close. Everything else is so that is the
Yeah.
best line.
That's like a passable line on
It doesn't
Foley.
even. It does. I don't think there's any other repeat or not repeating parts after.
There's
that.
no bridge.
Yeah.
That's
Which
what I'm
is-
saying. It
yeah.
feels unfinished. It doesn't feel
Yeah.
like real.
Yeah.
It like there's nothing cool about it. There's not like cool parts.
Mm-hmm.
Why
I
put it
wanna-
out? I just don't understand.
I want to know why.
Like at least Bob Dylan has a chorus.
I want to know why they didn't lean into
I
the.
can't
If
believe
you're
we're
gonna
giving
put
points
this,
to Bob Dylan right now.
Yeah,
if you're
compared
gonna,
to this.
if you're gonna put this out and you're gonna make that melody what is the beginning, you should at least poke fun at the West Virginia thing. Like it's like because it's so close and then they don't do that, and I think I like the song less for it. And then
I think
also,
I would hate the song more if
but then
they,
there'd be more to talk about.
if
That's
they
what I'm saying. Like
invoked "Take Me Home, Country Roads" by John Denver.
but that's the thing is at least there'd be more to talk about, or there'd be a reason to hate it besides it just being bland. You know what I mean?
I have a reason to hate it. I think that melody sucks ass.
Take me
Do you hate
home
the I love you Chicago melody?
Road
Oh yeah.
Oh, I see. I like that
hate
melody.
to the place.
I think it's wasted on this song.
I hate the
where I
chorus.
belong.
I think the chorus is like,
Mhm.
deep dish pizza,
shut the fuck up.
Chicago White Sox, They
Highland
lose all the
Park,
time.
Madame Zuzu's. We went
The
there when
Bean.
we went to Madame Zuzu's briefly, and Billy Corgan was when I was on
What
tour.
is Zuzu's?
Do you know what Madame Zuzu's is?
I know
It's-
Madame Tussauds.
No, Madame Zuzu's. It's
Is that a fusion restaurant?
No, it's Billy Corgan's Tea Emporium, but it's called Madame Zuzu's Tea Emporium, and it's in Highland Park, about an hour north of downtown Chicago. We went there the night after we played Chicago.
He should relocate.
Well, he makes really good money where it is. Also, what was really funny is we walked in, and the main area of that place was closed for like a private event, and there was a guy playing covers, and when we walked in, I shit you not, he actually was in the middle of a Smashing Pumpkins cover. So when Chris and me walked in from Magic, like he looked at me and we were like, Billy Corgan's in here. Like, for a second, he was just playing in his
Billy
restaurant.
Corgan's in here.
No, it was cool. Like all this, there's like a bunch of Smashing Pumpkins memorabilia, and there's like a different teas and coffees that literally say like Billy's favorite, or Billy's pick or whatever.
Yeah.
Listen,
And
hold on, that's cool.
and
She
then-
smashed my pumpkins. There we go.
Until
we're back.
She smashed.
It doesn't have to be an until. That's just.
You usually do one though.
I mean,
nope.
Yeah.
no.
Nope.
You don't wanna do anything, though?
Sometimes.
She melon on your
I
collie.
do
She
like
melon
that
your.
we're close
She
enough to
melon
hold
your
hands
collie.
now.
Yeah,
That is nice.
Yeah. I'm glad they're holding
The
hands.
fandom's
holding
going
hands.
crazy.
She melon my collie
She
till I'm infinitely sad.
suck on my dick till I come.
She gish.
Anyway,
She
else
Billy
is there
my
to s-
Corgan.
what else?
She smashed my pumpkins till my eyes go Siamese. Dream.
Dream.
She William Patrick my Corgan.
She killed me.
What else is there to say about this song?
Well, I mean, I was gonna
It's
say
like a
that
catheter in my penis. That's what it's like. If you want more comparisons,
it's a dull,
it's like having
pain.
it's like having an ass rash. Like, what more do you want?
Can we
I
talk
don't
about how
know.
the photograph? I don't know who it is, so it'd be really funny if it was. But the photograph of the album cover of Lake Effect has less about the song than just the EP. It looks like Logic.
It kind of does look like Logic.
I thought it was Logic the first time I saw it.
I don't mean to do this to you again, but you are racist.
I don't mean to do this to you again. You are white, and I am only half of that. I'm invoking my.
You're only half racist.
You know.
Oh, so you're admitting being racist by virtue of being
If
white.
it makes you half racist, yes.
You know, Ian, if we split ourselves in half and combined certain halves of ourselves, we would have one full person of color
and
The
much
substance.
much longer hair
and much longer hair.
than we currently do.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy. Imagine you and me split down the middle.
That'd
be
be fucked
insane.
up.
Hey, can you shut up for a second? I wanted to tell you, there's
And
a
not me.
needle drop in the substance that happens twice. That you have to go see the movie just for that needle drop.
I was going to with
believe this guy?
my girlfriend, and then we didn't.
Oh.
So we just forgot to go.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well,
So we might go tomorrow.
okay. You should go tomorrow. It's such a crazy needle drop, and you probably won't even catch it. But do you want me to just tell you what it is?
No.
Okay. All right.
You're holding that like a
I'm back.
blaster.
I'm back.
Oh, thanks.
Hey.
Hey.
You know, when you said needle drop, my first thought was Fantano.
Yeah, I thought
and
so
I was
too,
Like,
yeah.
Fantano's in the movie?
No.
What's he doing in the substance?
there's a cameo needle drop.
I will say Dennis Quaid is playing like a Metal Gear
You
Solid.
can say Dennis Quaid. I will say Dennis Quaid looks a lot like
Dennis
Anthony
Quaid is
Fantano in
playing
this movie.
Fantano in this
He's
movie.
bald and has a mustache.
Can't even get a fucking sentence out this episode. No, he's like playing a Metal Gear Solid villain. It's awesome.
That's awesome.
That's
like
awesome.
like
It's
which
like-
which one?
Revolver Ocelot.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
It's amazing.
Ocelot's probably my favorite.
Yeah.
like for a
pretty
lot of
based.
reasons, but I think a lot of the villains in 4 are underrated. But anyway, like we can
4
talk about
is
it,
Guns of the Patriots.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Love that game.
That game's
good.
fucking awesome. That game, me
amazing.
and Kelsey
So
played that
dope.
we were like in 10th grade or 11th grade when it came out, and dude, like I mean, the ending, I remember feeling like it took forever, but I cried.
Mhm.
Like it was like life changing.
Can I?
That game is so much better than this song.
So true.
Can I voice a very controversial opinion?
What's up?
I think 4 is better than 2.
I agree. No,
Yeah.
I
All right,
love
all right, I'm just making sure.
I love
Make sure we're all
MGS
on
too.
the
I think Guns of the
Same
Patriots
page
is
here.
I think Guns of the Patriots is everything they were working toward that whole series perfected for the most part.
Yeah.
Like it was what
No.
they were trying to achieve.
Yeah.
I like playing as Raiden in 2, and I like the story. That game is iconic, but 4 is the best one, my opinion. Yeah.
Yeah.
My ranking, like I haven't finished 5,
Jack
so
ranking.
I'm not including.
Sorry, I
that
had to bring
one.
it back.
So true. My ranking is 3, 4, 2, 1.
That's good. I like
And they're
3 a
they're
lot.
all above an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
So
Did you enjoy 5, like the 2 5 games?
I loved the gameplay. I just haven't finished them.
Oh, you
Like,
didn't do Phantom Pain?
No, I haven't finished it.
It's really good.
Phantom Pain's
it's
awesome.
It's worth finishing. It's
Yeah.
not in my top 3, but I really like it.
Well, like I started it before I had played the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
But now that I've played the other ones, I'll probably go back and finish it.
You're
It's
gonna
like
hate
a good
this.
movie. What?
4, 2, Revengeance.
Oh,
I don't hate that.
fuck.
No. You're based for that.
Okay,
I think Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance is one of the most underrated games in that
thank
franchise.
Thank you.
If we're being honest,
I have
we're
a day
putting
one copy
Revengeance
of that
at the
game.
top.
Yeah, that's like
I mean, I
that's
don't
one of the
wanna
best games
say
ever
that,
made.
But yeah,
I wanna say
it's
that.
an
yeah, that's one of the
incredible
best games
game.
ever made.
Yeah.
Easily. And
I love
probably
that fucking game.
probably at least the most fun gameplay in the whole franchise.
Oh,
It-
yeah.
like most fun.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. It's like
Can we
it's
start a Metal Gear podcast? Fuck this. I don't like this anymore.
no, we
I
have
don't-
we,
I
we
don't
can-
like Fall
we
Out
need
Boy
to get
anymore.
to From Now On We're Enemies, and then you guys can end this podcast. I don't care if you guys continue after that, but I need to talk about that song. with you
Imagine
guys.
From Now On We're Enemies is the last song we ever
It
get.
feels like it. There are days when you guys release new episodes where I will just fucking skip to the end of the episode to see if that's the next one so I can text you. But I listen to the whole episode, but I always need to know what is it going to be.
And I'm never going to tell you. So.
Yeah, I know. And that's like, so I need to know that way I can claim the spot. I mean, I know you told me that I could be on it, but like, I have to talk about that song.
It'd be
with you.
so funny.
You're the
if
only
we
person
just
I
did
know
it
who
without
calls
you.
that like, wait, what?
It'd be so funny if we just did it without
I
you.
would hate you so much.
I know.
You're the only person I know who calls that your favorite song the way like I do with this band. Like it's like
Yeah.
because like I was shocked Tom had never heard it. That's crazy
Yeah,
to me because that's
and-
like their best song.
Tom, I was there for Tom's first listen, and he was like, "That is dope." And I
Yeah.
was like, "I know."
And did you tell him they played it at the show that I was at that you were not at? Sorry.
What? Every single time. I invite
I'm
you to be on my show. I let you into my house. I let you fuck my wife.
This is definitely
Huh?
Dawson's apartment, and that
Nothing.
bed is definitely Dawson's wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a fuckable bed if I've ever seen one.
Listeners, this is a
Dawson, real quick,
full-size
turn the
bed.
camera.
No, it took
How
so
could
long
that
to
possibly
get in
be?
that spot.
For the listeners at home, to explain to how that could possibly be that Carson is taking your bed from you.
Listeners, can you please explain why
Hold on.
what?
Is this the cuck chair of the house?
No.
All right. Okay. Let's move on. Yeah. Should we rank this
I
thing
don't
and
live
get
here.
out of here?
Well, I think we got more stuff to
For a
talk about.
split second, you looked like Jason Momoa. Continue.
I've gotten that before. I've gotten that a few times. It's when this is coming out more because I forgot to trim it.
Yeah, I get told I look like one of the most attractive men of all time.
I have gotten. You would not.
constantly.
I am saved in 4 different people's phone as Jason Momoa. I'm not joking.
Yeah, I'm saved in like.
Is
20
one of them
people's
Jason
photos.
Momoa?
Right, constantly.
he himself has me as another person.
Like, damn, you
saved.
look like me.
I don't look like him, but I'll take it whenever I. It's just because of the narrow eyes and the face. We're both vaguely Polynesian. He a little more so than me.
I've been told I look like a gay idiot sometimes.
Yo. Wait, what else do we have to discuss? Oh, we have to eat the hot nuts.
Oh,
we
true.
need to eat the hot nuts, and we need to talk about the big announcement because that's.
Well,
Oh, yeah,
can we
yeah,
do
yeah.
that? Can we rank the songs so that it's just not on
Yeah,
my
it's
brain?
a middle of the road 5 for me. I don't hate this song. I enjoy listening to it when I listen to the EP. I don't think it's bad, but I don't think it's great. It's just and it bums me out that they did this far into their career, but at least they did so much for Stardust after it, so that's okay. You know,
It's a 5.2 for me.
why 5.2? Defend your
Um,
thesis.
I thought we
It's-
established decimals are for pussies on this podcast.
Yeah,
I thought that was your
this is
rule.
a song for pussies.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah, I don't know. It just 5.2 feels right. I can't give it a 52
I
out
relate.
of 100. So
I understand.
3.
Oh, I thought you were gonna give it a 0.
No, I don't hate it that much.
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, you don't
think it's
hate it.
pretty
I
you just
think
don't
that
like it.
it's a better song than Bob Dylan in that it doesn't annoy me as much as Bob Dylan.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What's my other like?
It beats the hell
What's
out of
my
Novocaine.
other-
Like
Bottom
bottom of the
one.
barrel. Fucking.
There's another
It
one
was
that I
it was
hate.
it was the Mighty Fall.
Yeah, this is better than the Mighty Fall in that.
It's also better than Novocaine.
Oh my god,
Ooh,
that fucking
I-
song is terrible.
I don't hate Novocaine, but I think it's better by far.
Oh,
You guys hate Novocaine. I know
This
that
song
Dawson
Dawson
did.
hates Novocaine.
Yeah.
I think Novocaine's fine.
Novocaine is way worse than this.
I'm glad Maddie is like based and defends that song because that is it's a fine song.
I don't know
this
if I
is a
would say she's
5.2
based for
two-
I-
If this is a 5.2, Novocaine's a 5.4.
I think both are squarely 5 for me. Yeah.
I don't know.
But I enjoy this one more, at
Yeah,
least
hang
in
on.
the context of the listen.
Novocaine more like big old lame.
Let's go.
So this is
Fucking
the
Novocaine more like no more
spreadsheet.
pain.
This is the spreadsheet by where's the why does Twitter
Oh,
not fucking display the
we didn't go through the annotations. I wanted to go through the annotations for this song.
Annotations.
Go for
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. Hang on.
We'll
We got
get to it. But on the spreadsheet, let's see our
I
bottom
knew I was
ranked
forgetting
ones. At Gremlin Brains on Twitter, shout out.
Ew. Imagine what that looks like.
Oh yeah, I remember we gave Wrong Side of Paradise a purple, which is pretty good.
That's funny.
That's a pretty good bit. Thanks.
I didn't know we did that.
Let's see. I think. Oh wow, I gave Novocaine a 0.
No, yeah, I remember. I listened to that episode recently.
That's awesome.
You said it was
Yeah.
your least favorite of the whole
I
bunch
stand by
far.
that, man. That shit's
Yeah.
awful.
Which I would put that above the Mighty Fall.
Ghostbusters.
Oh, well, that doesn't count.
That was.
That's just nothing.
You gave that one a 0.
All right.
Okay, I like City in a Garden better than Ghostbusters.
Of course.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. You also gave the Mighty
afraid,
Fall
not
a
afraid.
0.
Not
All right.
afraid. Not afraid.
You're going to hate the first annotation. You were going to hate this. You were going to hate this, Dawson.
Me?
Take me home, take me home. Unreviewed annotation. The repetition of these lines is reminiscent of Take Me Home Country Roads by John Denver. I love how much these reviewers
Trying to
they
drive
love,
my
they love,
You guys
microphone
gotta
into my
fucking
head.
they love
Stop.
the word reminiscent.
Yeah,
They don't know
really
what
do.
that means.
My cock is reminiscent of my balls and nuts.
And the streetlights light up to Take
that
Me
one.
Home.
There we go.
In this case, Fall Out Boy's home is Chicago. The streetlights are probably referring to the lights along Lakeshore Drive, which are very noticeable when flying into Midway or O'Hare, parentheses, the two major airports in Chicago, O'Hare on the north side, Midway on the south, unparenthesis, at night.
At night.
I love you, Chicago. Unreviewed annotation. They love Chicago and, and use it for inspiration in their song.
Really?
And then added, Chicago is so 2 years ago.
Shut the fuck up. That's not a reference to
I-
Chicago so 2 years ago.
I gotta be real. I think the reason why we've kind of slowed down on the annotations is because these motherfuckers cannot stop relating just any word that they've previously used in a song
I know.
to a different fucking.
It's all like meta. And
It's all
self-referential.
connected. It's
They
all
think-
the
they
same
think-
canon.
They think Pete Wentz is Matty Healy. Like they
Fuck
think,
you.
yeah.
Guys, I have a
no,
new.
they think Pete Wentz is Stan Lee. Like, shut up.
Guys,
This one's good for you guys, or for you. Make me feel so summer fling. Someone wrote an essay just for this one line.
hold
Yeah,
on.
no,
Before
no.
you say
Yeah.
that essay, I have a new connection between two Fall Out Boy songs.
Go
You
for
guys
it.
are gonna blow your mind.
Twin
I'm gonna blow you guys'
skeletons.
mind.
You guys are gonna blow
You
your
guys are
brains
gonna
out.
blow your brains out.
Hell yeah.
It's a connection between this song and This Ain't a Scene, It's an Arms Race.
Oh yeah.
Connected
Because
to the podcast.
Patrick says the word I in both of those.
So we'll
boy,
add
all
some
right,
laughs
so-
to that joke.
So, so you make me feel so summer fling. Unreviewed annotation again.
Sorry.
Surprising.
I'm so sorry.
We're gonna add some laughs to that joke. Is crazy.
This one goes crazy, y'all. Reference to a summer fling being like the seasons in Chicago.
Huh?
Summers are great weather, but as soon as it gets colder, the fling, which is seen as temporary, comes to close. Many people who
Are you
leave
reading
Chicago-
Hemingway right now? What the fuck is happening?
They wrote this all for the one line, for you make me feel so summer fling. Many people who leave Chicago for warmer weather say it's because of the harsh winters. When he is saying it makes him feel so summer fling, he knows it's good for a while, but it isn't meant to last. There is also a lyric later in the song that references leaving at the end of the season, but he'll stay. This points to making the commitment to ride out the harsh times so he can see the parentheses summer again.
Cool.
Yeah, that's it. That's the whole thing. That's
Norm
because
Macdonald
again,
voice. You know, I've never been to Chicago because of the harsh winters.
That was pretty good.
I love that because there's so many repeating lines after this. Those are the only ones that have reviewed annotations or unreviewed annotations. Jeez. So
Hey,
yeah.
Fall Out Boy, why don't you try writing about a big ass?
Hey, Fall Out Boy, why don't you try writing about some hoes?
Let's give the band some grace because they made a better record after this. What did we have to say about the?
I don't have to give the band some grace for writing a better record.
But what I'm saying, that's
hardly the show.
What you're right. You're totally right.
I don't have to do a goddamn thing, Ian.
What do y'all think about the annotations? What do y'all think about those?
Oh, I want to.
Do you enjoy?
Blow
do you
up
agree?
a Walmart.
You guys gotta stop. Hang on, both of you, shut up for a second.
Okay.
Listen, if you want us to keep doing the annotations, you've got to not suck.
You got to write better.
And I'm serious. Like, you have to actually figure your fucking shit out. You have to be funny or knowledgeable or nothing at all. Don't write anything if it's not funny or if it's not knowledgeable and informs us of what the fucking lyric is.
Do you think Stan Twitter is the problem? I think Stan Twitter is the
1,000%.
Because I feel like when I read these annotations, it reminds me of like whenever I've caught wind of like if it's like 1975
So
Twitter
true.
or Fall Out Boy Twitter, whenever I get like tweets or threads of that ilk on my timeline in the last like 7 or 8 years.
How many 16-year-old girls you follow?
Yeah, dude, all of them. It's fine. It's it reads like those tweets. When people are like disseminating the information about why the song was written or whatever.
I think it's also like
I'm trying to just raise discourse about Stan Twitter culture.
Listen, I think the main problem really like it comes down with the inception of Genius as a website, but like more specifically starting out as Rap Genius.
Yeah.
Because it encouraged looking at rap as if every single line had like a million connections in it.
Right.
And some of them do.
Yeah.
Obviously. But it's kind of
Froggy Fresh was a rapper after all.
so true. But the problem really becomes like it comes into focus with like recently if you've been paying attention to like the rap commentary community, there was this guy, What's the Dirt?
Yeah.
Yeah. He released a 2.5 hour video on Family Matters by Drake.
Yep. I watched
that song does not need a 2.5 hour video. The video was pretty bad.
Yeah. His 45-minute video about the history of the Kendrick Drake beef before even the recent stuff was way more interesting than the Family Matters video.
And like there was a whole other controversy with him like disrespecting the company man, aka Justin Hunt, which
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, it was ugly. Like which we don't have to get into here, and it's also not relevant to my point. But like that kind of
eat hot nuts soon.
Yeah.
So true. But that kind of attitude about approaching rap as if every single word has like a million meanings behind it carried over into other genres once other genres got on to Genius, and Genius was more known as like the lyric website rather than the rap lyric website. So just like this site's existence and the fact that you can annotate every single line, it makes people want to find hidden meanings in every single line.
Sure, yeah.
Even when those hidden meanings at the end of the day can sometimes be like the line is I love you Chicago and the annotation is he loves Chicago.
And it's the inspiration for their song.
See, that one I liked.
Yeah. So I was really into this kind of. I agree with you about, especially with Genius being the platform for it, but I think a lot of this also had to do with like Carson. I know you'll remember a lot of this too, but like I was really into this type of community for specifically like the band Brand New, like at their height. The mid 2000s and kind of the rise of bands that were more commercially successful, like songwriting, like pop punk and emo, and like bands in the alt world in general, like the poster children of like 2003 onward alternative press. There was a lot of this kind of discourse on like message boards, like a lot of like pre Genius. It was like this kind of like, especially with Brand New, like back in TBS and like all that stuff.
Yeah.
Where people were trying to like figure out, oh, well, this could mean this, or this could be like a self-referential meta thing. And a lot of time they were right. Even with Fall Out Boy. Honestly, like even early Fall Out Boy.
That kind of discussion is great.
It is. Well, especially when it's not like ham-fisted and contrived. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which most of these are and weird.
Yeah.
But
it's like trying to assign meaning to something that doesn't have that much.
Right, and it's like now, like in like,
or it has a different meaning. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know I could get into a whole topic with you, or a whole subtopic with you about this specifically, but like amid all of the weird like music review culture stuff off the heels of the latest Taylor Swift record that have happened since then, and the stuff that like people trying to draw the parallels between her and like Maddie Healy stuff, like kind of that's, it reminds me of that when I read these, you know what I mean? Like it's where it's all very like, oh, I can kind of see it maybe, you know, like that's about all you could say about it. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like there's a deeper issue here, but I don't want to get that deep with it. I just think it's very funny and silly, and at best, at worst, it's ass. It makes me sad.
Well,
much.
I feel bad for yelling at all the stands, so let's eat some hot nuts and talk about this show we're playing.
Yeah.
Awesome. Chat, not as extravagant of a new snack, because I feel like
in the camera.
I'm
go
operating
for it.
on a higher plane.
Are y'all
cool.
Are y'all familiar with?
I don't know why I said that.
With these Johns.
Your mic is
You're
so
off
far.
mic. You're off mic.
Are y'all familiar with these Johns?
These Johns.
It's a collaboration. It is technically a collab snack. Takis collaborated with, I guess, George Washington Carver to bring us
He
the
didn't
hot nuts.
Carson, he didn't invent peanuts. He invented peanut butter.
You're racist.
Holy. I can't believe this is the racist episode.
I thought he was white. Wasn't he
George
the president?
Washington Carver?
Wasn't he the
George
president?
Washington
I'm making
Carver?
a joke. I already said he invented peanut butter, not
He
peanuts.
invented penis.
Anyway.
I likes to get my penis.
So yeah, these are I discovered these. I've actually tried these already. I brought them on for Dawson and Carson to try, because these have been my go-to snack at Quick Trip. I tried these on tour when I was in Kalamazoo, Michigan, and I was like, these are probably going to be awful, even though I love Takis and peanuts. And I tried them, and they scratch a very surprisingly particular itch for me creatively.
That's coming
Or
through
did I
loud
say
and
creatively?
clear.
Flavorfully, not creatively. I mean, you could say creatively. They're
How the fuck did you open a hole that small?
when I sent a picture of these to Carson yesterday. Hang on, let me see if I can find it.
that was smaller than one of the
Before
peanuts that are
before
in
he
there.
tries one,
It was the size of an oat.
he
One oat.
I sent him these, and I said I might be going to hell.
Why did
for,
you do that?
I said I might be going to hell for this, and he replied, "Those look like death." This is off the heels of me sending him a picture of what looks like a guacamole-filled chocolate bar.
What the
Why were we
fuck is
sending
your
each other that
problem?
I don't know.
A guac.
What does it smell like? What does it smell like to you? Do you like Takis, first of all? What are y'all's
I've
feelings
never
on
had a
Takis?
Taki.
Oh, you haven't?
I've never had a Taki.
Okay, so this might be an acquired taste to you, because I love Takis personally, and I like the spicier ones than these. These are actually the middle flavor.
I have had hot Cheetos before, and I thought they were okay.
It's a little different than hot Cheetos. It's a similar concept. They're not really cheesy. It's more about like the chili limon flavor thing that they got going on.
Chili limon.
Yeah, well, that's how I spell it.
Chili limon.
Oh, chili limon. Excuse me.
Chili limon.
Do that with a French. How you like? Oh,
Uh,
chili limon.
Chili limon.
After you, I suppose.
I suppose I will take out a nut.
You should take two. You should have two nuts in your mouth.
Why the fuck would I?
I
wanna
wasn't
do
trying to.
that?
I wasn't trying to make a joke. It actually tastes better.
Look at this nut.
This is interesting already.
Check out this nut, chat.
So they've got a Takis exterior and a peanut interior.
Many have said that about me.
It's
Okay.
not bad, right?
Okay.
You feel me? I ate these once on tour, and I've been eating them pretty much every day since then.
It's not bad. It's pretty good, actually. Yeah, it's
Explain
pretty
it.
good.
Explain it. Like, what are you getting from it? you
It's like I'm eating a peanut that's a little more interesting.
know? Yeah, I agree. I like the concept of an uninteresting peanut. It's like a peanut, but it's boring. You know, this is kind of bland.
It's got a nice little.
Carson is eating more of them.
It's got a
You're enjoying
a
these.
delightful
That's what I'm
little
gathering.
kick to them. You know.
Mm-hmm. It is a delightful kick.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear Carson's take on this. I'm living for this right now. Gotta get that crunch.
the mouthfeel is incredible.
I know.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It's a good mouthfeel.
Especially when you got multiple nuts.
They're like crunchier than you would expect.
It's because of the Takis exterior.
Before I eat more of those,
Because
these
of
are
the
bad for you, right?
No, not really. I mean, they're like. Remember I was telling you I get like super heartburn.
Remember I was
Like,
telling you about my new diet?
Yeah. Well,
How badly does this violate this?
So this will answer your. I'll tell you about mine.
Is your
which will
new
answer your
diet
question.
penis?
I don't eat sugar.
Yep.
I don't consume like any sugar nowadays. It gives me massive heartburn, and so I don't. By virtue of that, I don't really ingest a lot of stuff that would turn into glycogen. Like I don't really do a lot of carbs.
Your mom's a glycogen.
So the total carbs in this is 16 grams per serving. Total sugar is 3, and 11 grams of fat. Yeah,
Like as many as there are God?
3 God.
The Trinity.
Or I guess no, it's 2.5 servings per container. So a total of like roughly 30 grams of carbs, which includes your fiber, which is like 2 grams, and then total sugar is 6 grams. So it's like barely any sugar at all.
Well, shit, man.
They're pretty good. This is like the only carbohydrates and sugar I consume on a daily basis.
She carbo my hydrates.
But there has to be like other stuff in there that's bad for you, right?
I'm breathing
Oh,
into
sure.
the
I mean,
mic
you
on
will get
purpose.
cancer. But
Fuck
like
you.
that was already a given.
Please don't talk with your mouth full on
Carson's
my
about to
podcast.
eat more of these,
Yeah, these are really good.
right?
The mouthfeel on them, again,
It's
just
so
Mouthfeel
good.
is
It's
unbelievable. Mouthfeel is delightful.
I love the mouthfeel of hot nuts, dude.
So
They
do
are
I.
called hot nuts.
They are called hot nuts.
Now, for future evidence, this is the middle heat flavor. The particular one we did is
Ooh.
the flare, not flame or whatever the other one is. Not the Travis Scott ones.
I could definitely go hotter.
I could, yeah.
All right.
Awesome. What a
do you rate 'em?
pleasant.
That's an H here. That goes in the A. Yeah.
I would agree.
I agree.
Yeah.
Weird, right? You wouldn't expect it.
I would
No,
like the
yeah.
rest of them.
Well, too bad. We can go to Quick to bring it more.
Please.
I took a quick trip to Quick Trip and quick dicked your sick bitch. It wasn't sick, bitch. You know,
Whoa. What the fuck?
You know
I
God's
thought-
computer?
Yes, I do.
Hell yeah. Jack Morris put me on the God's computer.
Tom Lovejoy put me on the God's computer.
That's a classic.
Man, he's
That's
really
like
good.
both
Everybody
both,
jump in the motherfucking air.
Those are like
I jumped in the air. Woo!
in our 2 circles, those are the 2 most likely people to put each of us onto God's computer.
What about D2 circles?
Your mom?
I'm really glad y'all are talking because I just get to eat more of these while you're doing that.
Shut up,
want some more?
bitch.
Can you believe this guy?
Yeah, I gotta talk about the show though.
Yeah.
All
Chat.
right, everybody.
We alluded to this like not almost a year ago, but like earlier this year.
True.
Except it was a
True.
tour, I think.
True.
It was a tour back then.
And now it's not.
And now it's not. Hi everyone. For those who don't know, I sing and write music for a band called the Callous Cowboys. This year, for the first time ever, we are having our own little Christmas show in Atlanta. God, I hope that's off mic.
It is, mostly.
It's distracting as fuck. We're having our first ever, we're calling it Christmas on Mars
Which will be announced by this point.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
It gets announced tomorrow. So,
Yeah.
And this episode goes up day after.
Right.
so
when they're hearing this, it'll have been announced yesterday.
yes. At that show, we will be performing our EP, God Smiles Upon, and also our first LP, Die on Mars, in full, plus also
Yeah.
playing some other songs. Dawson's band, Bummer Hill, is on it.
Hello.
Ian's band, a band called Love, is also on it. So is the band Circuit, and so is the band Hospitality.
Shout out Soupy Jake and Jack Morris.
I
So
think,
true.
I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure though, I think we were able to keep tickets to $15, which I'm very proud of.
Ooh.
It is at a very small venue that will sell out very quickly.
Alter at the Masquerade.
Alter at the Masquerade. It's on
New stage.
December 7th. Oh my God, let me talk. It's on December 7th.
Pretty cool.
Doors are at 6 p.m. A band called Love is first, so get there early.
It's our only show of the year, off the heels of our debut EP.
Once again, will sell out.
Will sell
If
out.
you want to come to this, if you're traveling from out of town, you have to get tickets when they go on sale Friday, the day this episode goes up at
10 a.m. Eastern.
This episode will be up before that. It will go up at
Yes.
5 a.m. on Friday.
If you hear this the week after, or if you hear this after tickets are on sale and you want to come, it's $15. If you live out of state or if you live in Georgia, figure out your transportation later. You don't want to miss this one. It's going to sell out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe you'll even catch Dawson and I doing the podcast backstage.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Oh,
You
and-
won't be allowed backstage because I'm not going to let you have that option. But
Can I also be on that episode too?
no.
Damn.
Fuck.
That's the one where y'all do from now on we're enemies. Just to spite me, like you don't even get it on the wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you can be on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what else? What's the other
Um,
info about the show?
Bummer Hill is right before Dowboys.
Mm-hmm.
How long is our set? Do we have set
30
times?
minutes.
30 minutes. We get a 30-minute set time, which is pretty poggers. We're going to be playing
We're playing
music.
for an hour and 5 minutes.
Let's go.
We're playing for so goddamn long.
Yeah, it will sell out. If all also, this is relevant Bummer Hill information. If all goes well, there should be a very cool piece of merch from us. I've shown Carson what it is. I might have mentioned it to Ian. I'm not going to say on the podcast in case it doesn't get there in time. But if it does, let's just say that you will be pogging.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, to sweeten the pot up, we're also gonna have exclusive merch. We'll have exclusive vinyl of Dion Mars at the show.
Ooh.
And also some former members of our band are gonna hop up on stage and play some songs with us also.
And also my band, technically.
Is that true?
He was for the first band called Love Show.
Don't spoil who
Oh,
it is.
sorry.
I have to write that down
My
now.
bad. Yeah, bleep that out.
You have to mute his name and the
And the context.
Instrument.
I have
Yeah.
to fucking. Oh
They're
my
gonna think it was.
God.
I'm not gonna say who else. But
uh,
that'd be really funny.
yeah, I hope nobody thinks that he's playing. Yeah.
Oh, that's not who I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
I
Word.
was talking about like old, like OG.
There is an OG
Yeah,
playing.
I know.
Yeah.
But that's
Okay.
what I'm saying. Like I'm not trying to say any more names to bleep out.
So, yeah,
Mhm.
come by. We're going to do a bunch of crazy shit,
Mhm.
and there's only 250 tickets available, and there's probably even less than that because of guest list and shit. So,
Yeah.
It would be very cool.
buy a ticket.
Buy a ticket. If
Before
Come
you're-
there
it's too late.
early.
So all of
And
you
come early.
early listeners, the ones who listen like on your drive to work every Friday when this drops, you will be more prepared for this than other people. So congrats. Thank you for listening. And it's not early pre-sales or whatever because we don't have that kind of swing with our podcast. But yeah, go buy tickets if you
Yeah.
want to come see us. All three of us,
Mhm.
most specifically Carson. Because it is celebrating Dion Mars.
Well, it's celebrating. It's just our band throwing it, but
Yeah.
Mhm.
because I wanted to add this. I wanted to add on to this. This is hopefully going to be something that we do yearly.
Mhm.
In fact, even if this is a massive failure, we will probably do it again.
Mhm.
So, and play a different album, next year. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I will. I also need to mention that, like, if you like the old Dowboy stuff, might be your last chance to see it for a while, at the very least, maybe until a 10-year Dion Mars tour.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we record a new album on Monday, so
Ooh.
we're going to want to play those songs instead after this show. So, buy tickets, come to the show. I love you. Dawson, roll out the carpet.
Thank
Oh,
you so
wait.
much.
What?
Sorry, never mind.
What?
What?
I was just gonna plug some stuff too.
No,
That's
no,
fine.
plug your
No,
stuff.
it's-
Plug your no. I was
Yeah,
kidding.
okay.
come on.
That's okay.
Go for it. Plug your
We're
shit.
like, we're the little band, so like,
Plug your stuff.
Plug your stuff, idiot.
what I'm gonna use Carson's own assessment. What did you say when you tweeted about our EP? What did you say the FFO was?
Oh,
It was
Deftones, Coldplay,
Jimmy Eat World.
Jimmy Eat World, yeah.
Okay, so I
stand by that.
I appreciate that especially because the song we're opening with is definitely like far out from those three as well. But we're putting out. My band is called A Band Called Love.
Are you playing
We're-
dots?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and admit that here because we're tiny. This is our 14th show ever.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And we're playing our debut EP, or we're playing songs from our debut EP, but this will be right off the heels of that. This is going to be our only show this year, and we'll play at the very beginning, so definitely get there early and get a good spot for Die on Mars, because people will probably not move a whole lot if they're up at the very front. Or maybe they will. You know, it's going to be a crazy...
It's probably going to
show.
be a pit for the whole
Oh, for
Cowboy
sure.
set.
Absolutely. But yeah, I just wanted to say that about my band.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening. If you're still listening. If you're not, then you missed out on this whole fucking announcement, idiot.
Stupid.
Dumbass. Follow Carson, Ian, and I's bands at the Callistyle Boys on Instagram, at Callistyle Boys on Twitter. Follow my band at Bummer Hill on Instagram, at Bummer Hill ATL on Twitter. Follow Ian's band at A Band Called Love anywhere. Ian himself at Ian Joshua Riley. Follow the podcast at The Dreaded Wheel. Subscribe to our Patreon. For $5 a month, you will get extra episodes. We're going to record one with Ian now, basically, and then that'll be up same day as the normal episode. And let's spin this fucking wheel, find out what we're doing next.
Ian, please.
Press that damn button.
It all comes down to this.
It all comes down to this. I can't see it.
Yeah, neither of us can see it.
I can't see
You
it.
got to show it to us.
You got to show it to us.
It's Heaven's Gate.
Now I wish I hadn't seen it.
We are not out of the woods.
It's so fucking over, man.
You don't have to do anything.
You get to just listen and
You
be
get
like,
to listen to
PogChamp.
What if what if
Yeah.
I show up for every episode until from now on we're enemies, and then I never come back?
Soul Read, I don't think you would be able to keep it up.
That's true.
I think something would come
Yeah.
up and you'd be like, guys, I can't make it.
No, I wouldn't even do
Yeah.
that. I would be like, guys, I'll be there in an hour.
And then 2
And then-
hours.
yeah.
and then I
go by,
wouldn't, and then to
you
the and then to the listener, I wouldn't show up for a month. That was the funny. I gotta say, like when you were on tour, when you were in Europe, and that whole run was happening. I'm
Fucking
not
backlog
joking. For a
trenches.
myriad of different reasons, at the start of this year, I was just dealing with a lot of personal stuff. I was like the most depressed I'd been in a while. Those podcast episodes, as y'all kept waiting for me from when you backlogged that one night, were like keeping me going for like a month. I was laughing. Like when it finally got to the episode where you guys were like, well, he didn't show up. I lost my shit. It was so funny. And that was because I was super depressed that night too. I also had like a bunch of stuff going on. Kelsey was like taking care of me because I was just not okay. But like
well,
that
he didn't
literally
show
that
up.
might have saved those episodes might have saved my life.
Holy. Well, pleasure to be of service, gamer.
Yeah. Let's roll into the Patreon. I got to go to the restroom, but
All right. Thank you for listening.
Got to go to the little vocalist.
Bye
room.
bye.
Why the fuck would you call it that?